Hello everybody again. Today I'm going to read you a special story from a country far away, Kenya in Africa. So I put on my very colourful hat, just like the kind of bright colours you might see in Africa, people wearing on their clothes or even in the jungle. Do you remember the last story I read? The little tiger said, "I don't want to go to bed." Who was the friend at the end of the story who came to help little Tiger and take him back home to his mummy? Can you remember? They had big eyes, and this story is all about them. It's called Bushbaby. And the person who wrote this book, the author, is called Adrien Kenaway. I wonder what's going to happen to this cheeky, greedy Bushbaby. There's the jungle where he lives. Bushbaby was always hungry. His favourite food was figs. Big, juicy, mouth-watering figs. "Can I go and look for some figs today?" he asked his mother one day. "If you like," she said, "but don't go too far." Look at those big eyes and such long tails. Bushbaby lived in a forest by the sea. He jumped from tree to tree looking for figs, but all the figs he found were little and hard and bitter. They weren't good to eat at all. Where, oh where, could he find some ripe, luscious figs? There he is having a good search in the forest next to the sea. "Please, have you seen any juicy figs?" he asked the colobus monkeys who lived in the banana grove. Here they are, black and white monkeys. And they live in the banana grove, and as you can see, that's where the bananas grow, and they eat them. But Bushbaby's looking for figs. "Ooh, no figs," said the monkeys. "Come and play with us, Bushbaby." "No, thank you," said Bushbaby. "I'm too hungry to play games." Bushbaby went to find shy Ganette, who lived in a hollow tree. "Please, have you seen any juicy figs?" he said. Ganette shook her head. "Why don't you ask Heron? He is old and wise. He will tell you where to find some juicy figs." Heron lived in the mangroves. "Please, have you seen any juicy figs?" said Bushbaby. Heron nodded. "If you follow the path to the island, you will find the juiciest figs in the world. But beware, Monitor guards the tree and he's very fierce." As Bushbaby bounded away, Heron called after him, "And watch the tide. Soon the path will be underwater. Hurry, hurry." And here he is. Here's Heron and Bushbaby looking at the path going right out to the island with the juiciest figs. As Bushbaby hopped and bounded across the path, crabs dived for cover in the coral pools. At last he came to the island. Now where was the tree Heron had told him about? The tree with the juiciest figs in the world. I wonder where that tree is on the island. There was the tree. Its branches were full of ripe fruit, tall and strong. Just looking at it made Bushbaby's mouth water. He couldn't wait to eat all those delicious figs. He would eat and eat until he was full. Bushbaby took a flying leap up into the tree, but he hadn't seen Monitor the giant lizard asleep in the shadows. Oh dear. That was the most delicious fig Bushbaby had ever tasted. He ate another and another. The juice ran down his chin and made his fingers sticky. Bushbaby leapt from branch to branch, greedily eating every fig he could see. He startled a praying mantis and almost trod on a centipede. And look, there's a praying mantis. They're very camouflaged in the tree, aren't they? Very hard to see. There were so many figs it was impossible to cram them all into his mouth at once. That's why he dropped one right on top of Monitor's head. Splat! Monitor opened one eye. Then he opened the other eye. And he looked into the tree. "Who did that?" he snapped. "Who dropped a fig on my head?" Suddenly Monitor spotted Bushbaby. "So there you are," he said, lashing his tail with fury. Then he opened his jaws and he hissed, "Well, Bushbaby, you have to come down sometime, and when you do, I'll be waiting." And there is fierce Monitor, and there is very, very scared Bushbaby. Bushbaby was so frightened that he climbed the tree higher and higher, up and up, until he reached the very, very top. The evening sky was full of flying foxes gliding and swooping over his head. And now the sandy path was covered by water. He would have to stay in this tree all night. His mother would be dreadfully worried about him. Look, he is so scared. And I think he's very full. Look how big his tummy is. The worst thing was that Bushbaby had the most terrible pain in his stomach. He now wished he hadn't eaten so many figs. He'd been a little bit greedy. At last the stars grew pale and the new day came. But Monitor still waited at the foot of the tree, hissing and spitting. "I must jump for the beach," thought Bushbaby, "but it's so far away." "Jump, Bushbaby," hissed Monitor. "Jump and I'll catch you in my waiting jaws." And Bushbaby was so frightened, he sprang up from the tree, up and up, higher and higher, his tail flying out behind him. It was the biggest jump he'd ever made. Wow! Did he get away from Monitor the lizard? Yes. Bushbaby landed safely on the beach. He scampered back along the sandy path while Monitor lashed his tail on the shore, but he couldn't catch Bushbaby now. His mother was overjoyed to see him. He told her all about his adventures, about his terrible stomachache. "I am not surprised after eating all those figs, you greedy thing," said his mother. "Your trouble is your eyes are bigger than your stomach." And there's the beautiful forest that Bushbaby lives in. I wonder if he'll ever go back to the best fig tree in the world with fierce Monitor lizard waiting. Do you think he will? Or do you think he's learned his lesson not to be so greedy? I think he has.